What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and of course, we have to talk about the new Abyssal Exploration because there is a lot to discuss here. Now, there are the new Abyss levels. That is where we're at right now, and check out the rewards here, guys. Ability stuff. Like, I need that desperately. So we're going to go take this on. Now, I'm going to warn you right now. I really wanted to bring Otaro into this one, and in theory, this guy would be awesome. My issue with him at the moment is he's just a little too squishy. Now, I do have a way I might be able to mitigate that. I'm going to save that a little bit because I assembled a new team that I think is going to be even better. And that is this team right here. Yeah, this team is busted. And I do mean busted with, like, an emphasis on the boss. This team is wild. So, we were messing around with this on stream last night, and there are some problems with this Abyssal Exploration. I absolutely will not sugarcoat it, and we will be fair, and we will cover it to the fullest extent here. But first and foremost, there is really no, like, major team that they want you to run here. So just assemble the best team you can. Most of the units' team costs have been reduced quite a bit. Artemis is only base cost of 22. My Ryu, who is like A0, is a base cost of 30. So I'm willing to bet that as you like kind of limit break her, in fact we can find it here real quick, that team cost will go down. And when she gets to like level 4, she'll probably also be team cost. Yeah, see. So it says right here cost of 50, but that's not the case. Weird. Anyway, doesn't matter. As you limit break her, she's going to reduce cost anyway. So I'm willing to bet she was also probably base 30, and then with the limit break, she just gets better and better, so you can run bigger and better units. But this is the team I put together. Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump in because it gets interesting, like from the word go. Now the first room is kind of strange, so we'll go to the first room first. Remember, come back here. Always come back here and check for some kind of a. There we go. So we got him. That's excellent. And with Artemis, we want to come out here and we want to go ahead and do her ult. Oh, we missed one. Hey, you. So to wipe them out, jump over there, wipe him out. I don't know why we're missing all these glorious shots. Okay, we'll come over here and we'll do another ult. Bam. Boom. Hey! You! Boom. It's a 1-minute challenge. And I'll be honest with you, I have not frequently found issue with this. This might be one that I would want to auto-run sometimes just because Artemis doesn't have the greatest aim in the world, as it turns out. There we go. Bam. Bam. But you do want to see if you could beat this at least as efficiently as... There we go. They're behind me. I don't quite know the direction in which all these spawn yet, so I'm a bit sloppy here. So when I ran this with Otaro, I'll be completely honest with you. There we go. Okay, we beat it. So what's funny, when I ran this with Otaro, this never opened. Didn't matter what I beat, what I did, this side never opened. But also when I did this with Otaro, you'd get 3 waves of rabbits and then you'd get an orc. It was weird. So I'm not sure what's up with that. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Also, when I did this with Otaro and cleared it, and a lot of it might come down to how quickly you clear things. I just don't know yet. We'll have to do some more testing to find out. But in this room, I had this like really battle-scarred orc that I had to deal with from time to time. It was really strange. So this room was actually then open, so we're going to have to go back around here. So it seems like either based on who you run it with, or it might even be based on how quickly you beat it. I really don't know. Because I think with Otaro, I beat it in 30 seconds just because of his raw offensive power. But, yeah. Nevertheless, we're just going to keep going around this way. So the pathing will change in this one. It will change a lot. And I'm willing to bet based on the unit you use, you might find that things do change significantly. There we go. Boom. Boom. But as it stands right now, there's doesn't seem to be like one unit or another unit that they tend to favor. So that is what it is. Okay, wipe them out. Wipe them out. Cool. See, this is where we go to that other room that we were in. So we're just going to continue around this way. I'm shocked that's not open, but we're just going to go ahead and go up here. This, I believe, is another boss fight. Yep. Enemy alert. Bam. And we'll just... I'm going to save Hermes and our alt buff until we get over here. Now, there is a room over here I want you to pay specific attention to. So I'm going to save as many skills as I can for that room, but we do have a 1-minute challenge here. So we're going to go ahead and at least drop her alt here. Bam. 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 Boom. 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 Okay, another alt. Bam. Come on. Artie, what are you doing? Girl! There we go. I know it's not RD, it's RT. Listen, it's a little thing we got going on, all right? Don't judge. Don't judge. RD is someone different. RT is it's, you know, listen, fight me. Oh, we actually might not. Oh, we just barely won that. Okay, so this room right here gets interesting. So I'm going to drop Hermes. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, but heal your Artemis? Nah, she good. She good. She got that shield. She is going to be awesome. So, let's go ahead and drop another alt. Boom. Oh, girl. I'm going to need you to take... There you go. Notice we have one foe down. Bam. Why is she not aiming? 2 down. Three down. Okay. Boom. 4 down. And we're just getting stronger. We're like, it basically turns her into Otaro. Come on. Can you do me a solid and take him out, please? Thank you. 5 down. Six down. 7 down. You can barely tell what I'm doing at this point just because we are wiping him out so fast. 8. Need to change the camera angle a little bit, but we just barely have time to even think. 9. And this should be the last one, if my count is correct. Bam! Get wrecked, son! So 10 foes down. Now, I will basically be able to spam every skill she's got. The cost. Notice how jerky the game has become. I have destroyed my frame rate to do so. But we are here. But because of that, we basically are always in her skill 2, or her skill 1. And we get her alt like every 10 to 15 seconds. I've even used Hermes in a minute, so we're just kind of doing a thing here. So after that, this whole thing becomes just a hilarious joke. Oh, hilarious joke that I'm pointing in the wrong direction. Boom! Hey! We did a whole video on how this is like, this game is a button masher's wet dream, but I have found here in this Abyssal Exploration that she does miss a lot, even though, in theory, she should just auto-aim. Or say they should just auto-aim. But, yeah, I've had a lot of issues with the auto-aim system in this Abyss. And I think a lot of it comes down to these frame rate issues you're seeing. So as you get tons and tons and tons of buffs, the game is going to lag out. PlayStation users, I know you guys have been complaining about the lag and the frame rate issues just in general. User beware. But I have a solution for you. It ain't the best, but at least is a solution. So, system specs. I'm playing this on PC. It's an older PC at this point, but I'd argue it is still relevant. It is a... It is Ryzen 5900X. About, you know, the 5-year-old processor, but it's still a potent processor. RTX 4090 GPU, or I'm sorry, 4060 GPU. I wish it was a 4090. Good grief. So it's not like my system is ancient, but also we did this last night, and I'm running single digits on all my percentages. In other words, my processor's not stressed, my graphics card is not stressed. This is just coding of the game, unfortunately, guys. I wish I had a better answer for you, but that's just the reality of this. It is the game's coding. Oh. So everyone disappeared while I was... Oh, no. The golden goblins didn't. All right. I'm going to go over here. Oh, we've already been in this room. Oh, you know what? I think this is that second room we went in. So if we go over here, this should be the first room. Yep. Yep, I got my bearings now. So this is room 1. This is that second room we went into. And now this is opened up over here. So now if we go out here, there's that chasm. And now this is opened up into here. So that still has not opened up for some reason. So I went down there, defeated that enemy. Let's go up here. Unfortunately, I don't have a map or a full layout yet. That is something I hope we get soon. But at the moment, we are slightly limited in that capacity. Okay. We're just going to do a big room sweep. There we go. There we go. I knew there was somebody I was missing. And if I recollect, I think there's a room up top. I'll have to go find it. Where there's silverbacks and blackbacks that we can fight. So we'll need to go find that. Alright, so he's done. Nothing surprising here. Always look in the corners and in the walls for those little sparkly areas. But I want to emphasize once again, notice how bad the frame rate issues are already. So maybe somehow I didn't open up the room with the silverbacks and the blackbacks, which is frustrating. They must be locked back here. There's one room that I don't seem to have unlocked, and I don't know how to unlock it, and that's through here. So that must be it right there, because unless it's on the next floor, but I thought it was on this floor. So I am lacking one room, it seems. Maybe, unless I'm remembering the pathing wrong. But there's one room where there's a partition with one side there's silverbacks, on the other side there's blackbacks, and you got two different ways to get in there. We're going to go ahead and move on to floor 2. Now, I will say that is floor 1 as close to 100% as I can think to clear it right now. But we're not going to go too deep into floor 2. We're going to save floor 2 for another video, but I'm here to make a point. Okay? And follow me here. Now you can see we're still just like, you know, we're going through it right now. We're just clearing everything and anything that can be cleared. But notice how jerky the game has gotten even just since we entered here. It's hitting a point where the game is borderline unplayable. Now, you can just button mash and make your way through it, but I will warn you, don't. Don't. I did a full exploration 3 times last night on stream, and the problem is the game gets so laggy that at some point, you just accrue enough. I don't know. We're thinking it has to do with the buffs. I don't 100% know. There's something in the game's coding, but it will just instantly be like, nah, bro, you done. Like, you don't run out of time. I had 56 minutes left on the clock, but it said, no, you fail. Like, running through a hallway. Running through a hallway, it did that. But it gets really, really bad. So here's the solution, guys. And I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Force close the game. You heard me. Force close the game. I'm going to go ahead and do it real fast. So when you relaunch the app, essentially what's going to happen here, you're going to come up into this screen, go back here to Quest, go back to Explore, go back to Abyssal Exploration, and when you go to take it on, it's going to come up with this little menu here. Just, yeah, continue on. That's what it is. That's a safety measure in case the game crashes, but every single time you enter a new floor, close out and come back in. Yes, it mitigates your buffs. I know, but if you want to beat this, it's what you've got to do. And notice now I don't have I can't spam my alt. You know, I'm not as potent as I was last time, but she's still strong enough. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Though we do have a boss here. She still wiped him out. She still wiped him out. So we're going to come back and we're going to do all of floor 2 and explore the whole thing. But I want you to be aware of that. Because once I got to floor 3, I got about halfway through floor 3. And literally I'm running through the dungeon hallway. And it just was like, you fail. So something in the game's coding is busted. And if I can replicate that, I'll see if I can include that here at the end of the video. But these are just things that you need to be aware of. So every time you go into a new floor, close out, come back in, and just go. The best way to handle that situation. But for now, that's going to be the video. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll be back with more soon.